Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Dolapo, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing a fully funded scholarship for international students from the University of Exeter. Now this university is actually one of the top universities in the UK. It's a really good university to study in, and they are offering a fully funded scholarship, although they do have other scholarships that are on their page. However, many of them are not fully funded. Now this one I'm about to share is a fully funded scholarship, but if you're interested in a scholarship that is not fully funded, you can also have a look on their website and you will see some other scholarships that are there. But today's video I'm going to be focusing on this particular scholarship. It's called the AS Hornby. I may not be pronouncing that correctly, but it's called the AS Hornby Educational Trust Scholarship. Now, just to give a quick summary about this scholarship before we go into full detail, the deadline for this scholarship is the 26th of February, and the number of awards is 10. So they're going to be offering 10 scholarships. Now, the value of this scholarship is that it covers your full tuition fee, a stipend of over £15,000, and also travel costs. And the duration of the award is for 1 year. Now, let's have a look at this scholarship in more details. Now, first of all, we're going to have a look at what the scholarship is about. So this is from a trust called the AS Hornby Educational Trust. And what they do is that they prioritize capacity building for English language teaching in low and middle income countries. Now, it awards a master's degree scholarships to teachers and related professionals with relevant experience and evidence potential to impact and enhance the field of English language teaching and learning in their home country. Now, the reason why this scholarship is very interesting is because you would rarely find fully funded scholarships that are for this particular field or area of study. Now, I do have a lot of subscribers who ask me questions about, do you have fully funded scholarship for teachers, for example? Now, this is a good one. If you are an English teacher or you are interested in studying an MED TESOL program. Now, if you guys don't know what the TESOL means, I might not be pronouncing that correctly, but it basically means teaching English to speakers of other languages. So if this is something, basically it includes like teaching English as a foreign language. So if that's something you're interested in, then please apply for this scholarship. Now, it says that up to 10 fully funded scholarships are available to students who meet the University of Exeter's admissions criteria for this program for September 2025. So that means that this program will be starting in September of 2025. Now, the scholarships will be awarded to academically talented and experienced applicants who are nationals of and work in countries as defined as least developed, low income, lower middle income, or upper middle income, according to the OECD DAC list. Now, let's have a look at the countries that are in this list, okay? Now, if you have a look at the countries that are in this list, starting from the least developed countries, low income countries, which are not LDCs, lower middle income countries and territories which are not LDCs, and upper middle income countries and territories which are not LDCs. There's a long list here. So for example, I'm from Nigeria. So if you're from Nigeria, Nigeria is one of the listed countries. There are also lots of other countries that are listed here. So try to have a look and see if your country is in this list, and if it is, then you are eligible for this scholarship. That's if you're interested in studying this program. Now, it says that the scholarship is only available for study on the University of Exeter's MED TESOL program and is not available for PGCERT or PGD programs of study. Now, the Hornby Trust is delighted to be working with the University of Exeter to deliver these scholarships, and all applicants will be jointly considered for the University of Exeter and the Hornby Trust. Now, let's have a look at the entry requirements. It says here that you should only apply if you satisfy the criteria below. So you must be a resident of and work in a country from that list that we just had a look at just now. Then you must also have a minimum of 3 years full-time TESOL teaching or related professional experience after your first degree. Now, you must also already hold an undergraduate degree with grades that are equivalent to the UK upper second class honors or higher, or a relevant postgraduate degree. Now, a lot of people always ask that, is it possible if you have a 2-1, can you get a scholarship? It is possible. They are rare, but it is possible. It also says that you must first submit a postgraduate application, because this is another question I often get asked a lot, and I always love to explain it, that there are some scholarships that would not require you to have an offer from the university first, but there are some that will tell you that you must have an offer. That means you must apply first for the relevant program at the university, and then apply for the scholarship. And this is one of those scholarships as well, and it's stated here that you must first submit a postgraduate application to the University of Exeter for the MEd TESOL program to now receive an Exeter student number. Now, this number will now be sent directly to you when you receive your application. Only after that will you be able to submit your application for a Hornby scholarship, as this number must be included in your application. Now, this is stated clearly. So we have had a look at the deadline, which is 25th of February. Now, you have from now until then to first of all apply for this program at the university or from the University of Exeter, get a student number. Once you receive your student number, then apply for this scholarship. And now we're going to have a look at how to apply for this scholarship. Now, it says that very important is that you must first complete the University of Exeter application form for admission to the program by the apply online section in the upper right section of this web page. And then once you have obtained the student number, then you must now complete the scholarship application form. So let's have a look at the web page and the upper right section where you can now find the form they are talking about. Now, this is the page where you can see what the program is about and things like that. It also talks about the overview of the program, the entry requirements, the course content, and all of that. This is the apply online section, and it says select your date of entry. So it's September 2025. Select your program, is the MEd full-time. Then you click apply for the September 2025 entry. Now, this is going to require you to then put in your email address and a passport. Once you've done that, it's now going to take you to where you can now apply, where the form is. Okay, now once you have done that, you will now be given a student number. And once you have received your student number, you can now apply for the scholarship. And the scholarship application form is here. Let's have a look at it. Now, this is the scholarship application form. It asks for your name, your address, like just some personal details. And when they ask for tuition fee status, you put international because you're applying as an international student. Now, you can see here that it says University of Exeter student number. So you can see why they say it's compulsory for you to have a student number. So for that link we clicked initially is to take you to where you apply for the program, and then you get a student application number. And then here is where you will then put your student application number, and that is when you'll be able to go ahead with your application. Now, let's look more into like what the application is and how to apply. Now, it says here that when you are completing the application, you will then be asked to upload a covering letter of no more than 1,000 words with your responses to the following 3 questions. Now, I love this because it's already telling you what they want to see. It's already telling you don't beat around the bush. Just give responses to these 3 questions, and they have given the maximum amount of words for each question. Okay, now if you're not sure how to write a cover letter or a personal statement, because it's the same kind of guidelines you will use, I have a video on my channel that explains how to write an outstanding personal statement that will make the scholarship panel want to pick you for this scholarship. So I have the link here, and I'm going to leave that here for you to watch, and also for you to follow the guidelines there. One of the first things they want you to do is to discuss one key challenge that you and other English language teachers typically face on a daily basis in a context that you work or have worked in. outline how studying on this program at the University of Exeter would help you to respond to this challenge. So it's quite straightforward. But remember that when you are telling a story, you have to say it in a compelling way. Okay, now if you already have experience as an English language teacher, it means that you already have the answer to this question. Now is how to now explain and how to now state the experience that you have in a way that will impress the scholarship panel. That is what that video, which I linked previously, that is what that video would help you with, how to say that story. Okay, now it also says describe one occasion when you supported the classroom practice or wider professional development of one or more English language teachers in your context. Now this might require you to think much deeper, but like I said, it's all about storytelling. And remember that when you are trying to write a cover letter for a scholarship, don't try to be humble. Okay, sell yourself, show them that you are very good. Because remember that this will be a competitive scholarship. There will be lots of other people that will be applying for this scholarship. But this is not the time for you to, omit some experiences that you have. No, as much as possible, talk about your skills. I always use the STAR approach, okay? And I explained all of that, what the STAR approach is, how to use it in that video on how to write a personal statement. But I'll just quickly give a summary here. The STAR approach means situation, task, action, and result. So when you are answering these questions, use that approach. Okay, if you need further details on how to use that approach, go check that video out. Now the third question, or the third question that they have stated here, is to explain how your knowledge, your skills, and your experience make you a suitable candidate for the Hornby Scholarship. Again, this is self-explanatory, but it's all about how you say your story and how you explain. Now, they have given maximum amount of words, 400, 400, and 200 here. Now, there are some guidance notes that are stated here. It says, please identify one salient challenge only. So they are saying that don't bring up 5 challenges or 6 challenges, because you're not going to be able to explain all of that with the maximum amount of words you have. So just think about one challenge that you think, oh, this is something that I feel would be very good to explain in my application. Think of that one challenge. Ensure that it is not just an issue that only you have experienced in your teaching practice, but is relevant to many teachers in your context. And this is for question 1. I really love how they have explained and outlined what you should do. It kind of gives you a perspective, so you have an idea of what they are looking for. Now it also says here your chosen challenge could involve, but it's not limited to, English language use, language learning, language teaching, assessment or testing, your curricula or syllabi, learning to learn or learner training, policy at your institutional context, teacher training, etc. In your outline for addressing this challenge, your focus should not be just on how you have been effective. So this is talking about how the issue you are stating here is not just an issue that you have experienced. Okay, it's an issue that you and others have experienced, and how do you also help the others that experience this? That is kind of like the thing that you should think about. Now it says that we are more interested in hearing about how you plan to use your learning and experiences on this course to help teachers. Okay, so you can talk about how maybe you have used an approach to help teachers who have faced that challenge, and how you now need to apply for this course, because you believe that this course that you're studying now is going to give you as much knowledge and skills and experience that you need to do better when you are faced with that similar situation. So talk about how this course would help you help those teachers respond to the challenge that you have already identified. Now please make it very clear what your role would be in tackling the identified challenge. Now, for the guidance for question 2, it says that we are particularly interested in hearing from applicants who have experience of supporting the development of English language teachers, either through activities that you have planned and delivered individually or have contributed to as a part of a team. Please elaborate one example, selecting from one of the following areas. So you either select from how you have delivered a teacher training or professional development, or how you were able to undertake a teacher observation, how you manage the performance of teachers, how you maybe developed like a syllabi, materials or assessments or test development with a clear teacher support dimension, how you've led or contributed to a teachers association or professional support group. So if you have done any of this, then select one of them and use that to answer the question. It says that your focus should be on how your particular skills, expertise, and approach helped you support one or more teachers in this situation, ideally in order to address a clear goal, challenge, or issue. Now, oh my god, I love it. You remember when I mentioned earlier about using the STAR approach? You can see that it's stated here. So the information I'm giving to you guys here on this channel is the right information, and that is evidenced here. They even said it here that it may help to use the STAR format. That's what I said earlier, that when you're answering the questions, use the STAR format. It's always a winner. It's always a winner. It says it may help to use the STAR format to structure your response. And I already explained what STAR means: situation, target or task, action, and then result. So the situation is to briefly explain the context. So what is the context of, depending on the question, what's the context, which is unlikely to be familiar to the reader, and what was your role in it. I explained how to use situation, how to use task or target, how to describe your action, and how to describe your results in that video on personal statement. So please go have a look at that. Now it says here that for question 3, the guidance for question 3 is here. The focus is on making connections. This is where you have to make connections between your knowledge, your skills, and your experience. And being a Humvee scholar on the MED TESOL program at the University of Exeter and beyond, that is after graduation. Again, it says try to be specific. So don't beat around the bush. Don't give information that they did not ask for. Be specific. This is where you need to sell yourself. Talk about your knowledge, your skills, your experience, and how being a part of this program is going to boost your skills. What goals have you set in place? What connections are you going to take out from this program? Okay, think about things that are, what collaborations are you going to make to help you help other teachers, things like that. Think about all of that and also state that here. It says you should refer to examples that you think serve as evidence of relevant knowledge, skills, and experience. If you're talking about knowledge that you have, you can cite an example. If you're talking about the skills that you have, cite an example. Again, the STAR approach is your winner. Okay, the closing date for applications for this scholarship is the 26th of February. So the scholarship is going to be closing soon. So start your application on time. It says that applicants will be notified if they have been shortlisted to attend an interview. So there's an interview. So remember, so it's not just about submitting a wonderful application, but also preparing to slay the interview. And I've talked about how to make yourself stand out in an interview, and how to ace your interview, and interview tips that you need on my channel, and I'm going to link the video here, so have a look at that video as well. So that will give you some ideas on how to make yourself stand out in an interview. Now it says that you'll be notified no later than 18th of April of 2025, and interviews will be held between Monday 28th of April and Wednesday 14th of May. Applicants shortlisted to attend an interview will be notified of the final outcome no later than the 22nd of May 2025. Okay, these are the terms and conditions, and this is the summary. So I believe that with this video you should already have a wide perspective of what this scholarship is about, how to apply, and the information that you need to help in your application process. If you do have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'm happy to answer. And I do have a Telegram channel as well, which is dedicated to sharing information about scholarships and also answering any questions that you may have. I'm going to leave the link to my Telegram channel in the description section of this video, as well as the link for this scholarship in the description section. Now, if you found this video helpful, why don't you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Once again, my name is Dolapo, and I share on my channel fully funded scholarships for international students. I wish you all the best in your application. Goodbye.